such a symbiotic and, mutually all the good things manner. So
Mm.
how did Navatman and Baila Society find each other?
That's the story. That's the story that I feel we are trying to figure out in doing this showcase, Roots of Resilience. I think part of the journey has been figuring out the why of us being together, which is weird because when we first got together, there was no need to answer the why. And I think as people and as friends, we inherently understand the motivation to be together. There
Mhm.
are so many reasons that we didn't even have to articulate to be together. But once we started creating this showcase, this work of art that we are offering to the public, we felt the question that they would be asking why our dancers have asked. Oh, it's kind of random, like an
Mhm.
Indian classical arts school, like why? I would like to say for the record that the dancers now understand without us feeding it to them, but we're still undergoing the task of communicating that to the audience. And we'll
Mm.
find out on June 27 and 28 if they understand the why.
Yeah. I think that's sort of actually the beauty and the pain of something like this. I think me and Atoy inherently understood it because we so believe in the embodied understanding of what we do. So when the energy feels correct, so to speak, you kind of land as a dancer in this place. When you hit something in its pocket where you're supposed to be in a given moment in time, you follow that. And that comes, I think, because we are trained in dance. So when our bodies say this is right, our minds don't have to rationalize it. And that is a lost practice, I think, from over time. That also speaks to the name, right? Like, if we understand the roots of what we do, which is the embodied history of what we do, we can follow the skills that come along with that, whether it's decision making through the body, um, understanding things that don't have to be articulated in words, etc. And that's the definitely the start of something like this. And not every dance company does that, and I think primarily that's because we've been so taught to live in a space where we have to rationalize every movement. We forget this, and we can only go with this and this.
Yeah, I think that's something that people don't understand. It's something that I didn't put together until recently, that what we're doing here in practicing these movements that are much older than we can even comprehend, we are embodying a history. We are creating a record that is very much, it's very physical. It's not necessarily analyzed. We are not necessarily aware of it, but it lives somewhere in our bodies, and through the practice of it, it carries on.